Hello and welcome to your number one news source for all that nerdish on Pornhub, the Creatia Conversation. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-host. Oh man, it's been a long time. Lord Cusselot, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka Sweet T, aka T Money, aka T Black Merlin, aka T Money, Black Merlin, Dragon King. Big T, Sweet T. There we go. Big T and Sweet T. And then you're also T-Pain in my ass. And the HNIC. All those things. That's him.
What's happening?
What's up, Travis?
Whew. Life, Matt. Life. But I'm good. I'm here. How about yourself?
I'm all right. Zoe's been at daycare now, / kind of like 3-year-old preschool for a little while. She missed the last day of her first week because she got sick from being around kids. And then today I wake up and I'm like, oh, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Zoe's at I'll get up. I'm good to go, blah, blah, blah. She's not in the house. She had a little bit of a rash that they were concerned about. So I had to go pick her up. So I got up, I was doing dishes, prepping shit, left, went and picked her up, came back. Finished the dishes, lunch, came down here. Luckily, I set all this shit up last night, so I was good to go. So I wanted to relax.
Being prepared is helpful.
Because I still have to go to work after this. But you saw that little handheld console I bought off TikTok Shop?
I did see that, yes.
The Ambernick RGX 35 or RG35XX. Mm-hmm. So apparently you can take the SD cards out, download games off the internet, ROMs, and then put them on there, so you can get stuff for N64 and all sorts of shit and play it on there.
Do you currently have Paperboy?
I didn't look for Paperboy. I need to look.
Well, specifically Paperboy 2, because Paperboy 2 is better than the first Paperboy. But yeah,
all I've really looked at was some of the Mortal Kombat stuff, which I tried playing old school Mortal Kombat and got my ass kicked. I didn't even make it out of the first fight.
Listen.
I think it was Trilogy.
Yeah. I had that one on N64. But here's the thing that we need to just accept. We were a lot better at video games when we were younger.
Yeah.
Because, we just were. And also, games were harder back then, by design. It's just as if games were made to be harder back then. And it was because that was how they got more playtime out of us, was by making it difficult. So we had to play it more and more to get good at it. Well, now games themselves are actually just longer, so they don't have to be as difficult. They were used to be designed to kill you quickly because, arcades and all that kind of stuff, trying to get more quarters out of you and all that kind of stuff. But now they don't need to be that short, that difficult, because we'll still get through them. So,
and people nowadays don't have the attention span. If they keep dying, they're just going to fucking give up and play something else.
Not necessarily, because there's all those people that love Dark Souls and Demon Souls and shit who keep going back to get their ass kicked over and over again. So
that's fair. But I've been playing that mostly the Pokemon emulators and shit. So
okay,
all these different versions. One of them actually has custom made Pokemon in the game. They've just reskinned certain Pokemon. But I've just kind of been randomly starting a bunch of those and playing them. A lot of them look like they're either leaf red or leaf green or fire red or sapphire. Those. So
I'll still go back and play leaf green and fire red every now and then.
Yeah, I've been fucking around with those
later on my phone because
I think you can get those on your computer too. They've got some cool ones that make them hard and everything. Got back on Diablo 4, which is also kind of on hold till John gets back because I don't want to get too far ahead of him while he's in Mexico. Been watching some WCW.
Mm-hmm.
Watched a bunch of Hellraiser for the episode of Getting Off that we did last night, which will be available now in audio as well. It's out on Spotify. Last I checked, which was last night, it still wasn't up on Apple.
It's still pending approval from Apple and Google Podcasts.
Pains in the ass, but you can go listen to it on Spotify. It's available on Spotify as of right now. What about you? What you been watching? What you been doing?
Let's see. So we're coming to the end of Big Brother. This is the final week. We got one elimination that's happening. What happened last night? I haven't seen it yet. And then Tuesday and Thursday are the last 2 days of the show. We'll see who won. Those of you who do watch Big Brother, my money's on Jag winning the whole thing. And then America's favorite house guest is going to be somebody named Matt, actually.
Of course,
I'm pretty sure that's who's going to win these things. Jag has won so many competitions throughout the whole season. He's a fucking beast. And he plays a good social game, so people generally like him. And the world is going to really love Matt because he's just won, not this one right here, because who likes him? Fuck him. But the Matt on Big Brother, for one, he's an Olympian, but he's also deaf. And he's overcoming that stuff. And he's actually just like genuinely a good dude, So it's just one of the things, like, people just are gonna like him. And I get it. People are gonna vote him America's favorite house guest. It was either gonna be him or this lady named Sari. She was a Survivor legend. Like, she's been on multiple seasons of Survivor. I think she's won twice. But yeah, so that's coming to an end. Like I said, it's probably gonna be Matt, and then Jag's gonna win the whole thing. So he'll win $750,000, and Matt's gonna win another $50,000. Second place will probably be Matt if he doesn't screw him over, but we'll see. Might be this Australian girl named Bowie Jane, but that's who I'm thinking is going to be the final three. Yeah, her name is Bowie Jane.
Okay.
But yeah, outside of that, some WCW stuff. We are in what I would say is probably pretty much entering into my favorite era of WCW now, or the Wolfpack's coming and all that. So that's all fun. That is,
it feels like it's been coming forever. I'm gonna need them to bust that nut ASAP.
Have you gotten to the pay-per-view yet?
No, I've not. I've only watched the first Nitro and Thunder. So,
good Lord, Matt, you got plenty to go.
I know. I'll get there. It's only the 6th. We got time.
I know. I'm actually most of the way through it. I think I'm on the last Thunder before the pay-per-view now.
Yeah.
So good to know I got some time to chill though. So it's cool. But also I mentioned last week that I rolled credits on Spider-Man 2, so that's done, and I'm back to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
What?
Just you went through that fast.
Not as fast as a lot of people, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, I think about 33 hours was what it was. So it was not super long, but not super short.
You ever beat Final Fantasy 16?
No. Baldur's Gate came out, and that was just like, yeah, fuck this. Which would have been the case for pretty much any game that I was playing before Baldur's Gate 3 came out. As soon as Baldur's Gate 3 dropped, I started playing that. Nothing else mattered. Spider-Man came out because I knew I could beat that and then come back to Baldur's Gate. It's fine.
Fair.
Let's see. What else am I watching? Started this new anime. Welcome to Demon School. It's not the typical thing that I normally watch as far as anime goes, because there's not a lot of ass whooping going on in this show, but it's entertaining enough.
I started Invincible. I'm like 2 or 3 episodes into the first season.
Oh, you haven't even seen the first season of Invincible?
No.
Oh, so you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic show.
I have no idea what the fuck's like. I have an idea of what's going on, but like I have no idea what the fuck's going on. Like,
so you saw this?
Omni-Man
that was the first episode. Yeah, Omni-Man just got to regulating on the. Yeah,
he just killed everybody and I'm like, why? Why did you do that? What happened?
Yeah, that's the question. Why did he do it?
So,
oh man, it's such a good show.
I wanted to get familiarized with the character before he drops in Mortal Kombat, and I'm playing as him. I don't want to be like, I'm going to play as this guy, and I have no idea who the fuck he is. So
yeah. Well, now you kind of know.
I know he's a. I don't even know if he's a good guy or a bad guy, whatever. He might have had his reasons for killing them. Who knows? I don't know. We'll find out.
I mean, people know. You just don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, watching that show made me want to go back and read the comics. And it's interesting because the way they do stuff in the show is kind of out of order from the way they do it in the comics, but it's still pretty cool. She's like, oh, okay, I see you did this here and then move this over here. Okay, cool. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I've started watching? or anything like that. No, we're about to finish Wheel of Time season 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. I think that's it.
Well, I want to thank everyone
How about
who's
you?
joining us. I talked about what I've been
You
doing.
did say that.
Yes,
You did.
I started.
Yeah, you did.
Remember, I'm the host. I got this. Sit back in the co-pilot chair, relax, and
You know I'm
let it
not
ride.
used to being in
I
the
know you're
co-pilot
not.
chair, sir.
I know. I got this. I want to thank everyone who's watching us, whether you're watching us live over at twitch.tv/Creatia World, where if you have an Amazon Prime account.
If you're going to put me in the co-pilot chair, you're going to need to let me co-pilot. All right.
Okay. Twitch.tv/Creatia World, where if you have an Amazon Prime account, you have Prime Gaming. You can link your Prime Gaming to your Twitch account and get a free sub every month that you can give to us because we're awesome and you love us, but you should give it to your favorite Twitch content creator. It costs you absolutely nothing. You're already paying for Amazon Prime, and it helps support your favorite content creators. Yes.
Did you know that today is... Oh, never mind. That's a whole thing. It is, yes, National Nachos Day.
I did not know that.
Yeah, apparently it's National Nachos Day. Do you have a Del Taco near you?
No, there are no Del Tacos in Illinois.
Oh, okay. Didn't know. I didn't encounter Del Taco really until I moved here, so I didn't know.
I saw one in Utah and I wanted to try it and never got around to it. So.
Yeah. It's really good. I would call it more expensive Taco Bell, but like a little bit better as far as quality stuff goes and all that. Like
Chipotle or Qdoba or.
So if you were to like kind of rank them as far as, you know, what you're getting as far as quality ingredients and all that kind of stuff, that's probably going to kill you. You put Taco Bell right here, like Chipotle, Qdoba probably be around here. Del Taco's probably like here, you know?
Okay.
So it's still like fast food shit, you know?
Yeah,
but
which is what I want. So
yeah,
we're good.
Exactly. Which is why I also like it.
You guys can also be checking us out over at youtube.com/Creatia World, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Travis, you're not here, so you don't know the deal. But if you like, subscribe, and comment, it boosts the algorithm and helps us find new listeners. I normally ask my Katie or Will to say that part, or Vince, but he fucks it up every time.
Well, it's Vince, so, you know.
Why would you want to boost the algorithm and help us find new listeners? Because we're fucking whores. We're whores for listens. We're whores for views. We want you to share us with as many people as possible. In Travis's case,
Matt, but I'm a high class hoe, so I need you to like.
And the thing about this is, it's great for Travis because people can experience Travis without Travis having to experience people, and that's his favorite way to be experienced.
That makes me so happy,
right?
Yes.
So please do all of that. Pass us around. Let us be dirty sluts. Share me with your mom. Share me with your dad, your aunts, your uncles, your grandmas, everybody. Let me get in their ears. Let Travis and Bridget and Mara get in their ears. Spread Creatia World around like herpes, so everyone can enjoy it.
And just like herpes will never go away.
Exactly. And while you're doing that, flick that bean. Notification bell up top. Get notified every time we go live, Monday through Friday, for the Creatia Conversation, which you are watching now. You can catch me and Bridget tomorrow. You got Saturdays, 11 p.m. Central Time for Smacking a Raw, and every other Sunday, kind of like last night, for Getting Off, also at 11 p.m. Central Time. And with all that, Travis, I think it's newsy time.
Newsy time.
Let's see. You know what? Let's start with the Blade stuff. How's that sound? You want to start with the Blade?
I like Blade, so yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so this is actually as of November 3rd. This is coming from comicbook.com's Jen Anderson. Marvel's Blade reboot was originally supposed to be released on November 3rd, 2023. The multiverse saga of the cinematic universe is beginning to encompass an ever-growing number of stories which have been told in both movies and in original programming on Disney Plus. As we know, one facet of the franchise that fans have been eager to see on screen is Blade. But unfortunately, it has crossed an unusual milestone. At San Diego Comic-Con 2022, Marvel Studios' Blade reboot was announced to be released in theaters this past weekend, starting on Friday, November 3rd. Obviously, that has yet come to pass, with the film ultimately being delayed to a current release date of February 14th, 2025.
Marvel said we got to slow down. They kind of talked about this before. Like they were like, we're putting out too much stuff too fast, and people are getting sick of it. So they're like, we're gonna slow down.
The Blade thing was the only worthwhile thing from the fucking whatever the Eternals. Like they had the sword and Blade's voice, and Jon Snow was there, and I was like, okay, Eternals at least did something for the MCU, and now
What do you mean? There's now that giant robot thing in the middle of the ocean that nobody's paying any attention to for some reason, you know?
Or that we see at all in any of the movies, period. It drives me nuts. So anyway, at the time of this writing, Blade has not yet started production, with a director change, a number of writer changes, and a shutdown due to the writer's strike and actor strike. Earlier this week, a report from Variety shed light on some of the narrative iterations Blade has gone through, with a report indicating that one version had the titular character as a supporting character of a female-led ensemble. Have you watched Panderverse yet?
I did watch Panderverse.
Does that
put a chick in it and make her gay?
The report hints that Marvel hopes to make the film for a budget
South Park
of less.
Doesn't miss like
they
all.
do not. They do not. Fucking
So
Kathleen Kennedy. Blade, put a chick in it, make her gay, and make her the star. Why not? Fuck it. So
here's the thing.
You know how to,
I mean, I'm still gonna watch it. So you know,
is it Mahershala?
What's that?
Is his name Mahershala Ali?
Yeah.
Is it okay? I want to make sure I say it right. Blade will star Mahershala Ali, a half vampire daywalker who moonlights as a vampire hunter. It says Magath, but I think it's Miagath. Delroy Lindo, Aaron Pierre, and Milan Ray have all been attached to the film. The film will tentatively be Ali's second appearance in the MCU after his voice was heard post-credits 2021's Eternals.
Here's the thing. I didn't even remember that happening until you said it.
I did, because I was excited, because like even the shitty one, even Blade Trinity with Triple H and Jessica Biel and Ryan Reynolds, who is motherfucking Ryan Reynolds, like I still enjoy the shitty Blades. Like,
yeah,
I'm actually Wesley Snipes doesn't look that old. I feel like we could just let him be.
We could have just let him do it again. You're right. You're right.
He's a fucking daywalker. Like he's a vampire in real life.
Still, right. I feel like Blade 2 is the best one, but
even though
I did like the first one a lot. I like the first one a lot, but I just think the second one's better.
Yeah, I know the story in the second one's better. Ron Perlman, all of that. The CGI sucks though, which is what it is. Yeah, I know. But 2025, February 14th, Blade. Let's talk writer strike, because I've got a little something here from the writer strike. This is from or not writer strike, the actor strike. Sorry.
Oh, I'm about to say we got more stuff from the writer strike coming out. What happened? Okay. Gotcha.
This is from Reuters.com, from their staff. Striking actors reviewing final offer from Hollywood studios. This was from Saturday. So negotiators representing Hollywood actors are considering a new proposal that major studios describe as their last and best and final offer.
Yeah, okay. That's what they always say until it's not.
Yeah. To end a 4-month-long strike. Yeah, and then we got that, and that's all settled. So
yeah.
This is to end the 4-month-long strike. The SAG-AFTRA union said on Saturday SAG-AFTRA members walked off the job in July to demand higher compensation in the streaming TV era, plus protections around the use of artificial intelligence and other gains. The Alliance of Motion Picture Television Producers, which represents Walt Disney, Netflix, and other companies, presented its last offer on Saturday. SAG-AFTRA leadership, which is Fran Drescher, said that in an update to members, we are reviewing it and considering our response within the context of the critical issues addressed in our proposals. The representative for the AMTP did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Earlier this week, union leaders expressed cautious optimism that a deal could be reached soon, but also said that there were gaps between the two sides on various issues, including the use of AI. Actors are seeking assurances that their digital likenesses will not be used without their permission. We just talked last week about how Scarlett Johansson is suing because they used her likeness without her permission. It was a commercial, I think.
Oh, who did that shit?
It was an AI company used her likeness for a commercial about their AI product, and she's like, "No, fuck that." You got
okay, so it wasn't really Hollywood. It was somebody else that was trying to. Okay, gotcha.
But it proves the point that they can do it. You know, like these AI companies are doing it already. So why would? Because it's fucking Hollywood. Like they're not going to just be ethical and be like, yeah, sure, okay, yeah, we're not going to do that. That's fucked up. They're like, no, we're going to make some fucking money.
Exactly. You mean to tell me that I can get Vin Diesel without paying Vin Diesel? Yeah, they're gonna do it.
So I'm sure if not today, within the next day or two, we should be seeing something come out about their response to that best final offer.
Yeah, because they'll come back and say "fuck you," and then they'll be like, "Why, blah, blah. Well, we're not negotiating anymore." And then they realize they can't shoot nothing else, and then they're fucked. And like, oh, okay, we got to give them what they want, like we had to do with the writers, because
pretty much.
The problem is they don't have the same advantage that they used to have when these strikes would happen, where they would control the narrative, because we didn't have social media really like that back then. So we didn't really know what was happening. All we knew was that the writers or actors didn't want to come to work because they wanted more money. That was all we knew.
Right.
And the thing is, now we know so much more about this shit, so we're way more informed. So we're no, we're on their side, dude. Like, get this fixed, pay them properly so we can get back to what we're doing. Until then, that's fine. We've got plenty of content that we can watch right now, so it's not like we're hurting for it. That was another thing too. There's so much content now that we can just watch to keep ourselves, occupied until the new shit happens.
And we're all caught up on all of our shit. Like there was no new Masked Singer this week. We're caught up. I'm not caught up on Loki because Kate's an episode behind me, so I didn't. But we're mostly caught up there. We got caught up on American Horror Story Delicate. Like we caught up on all of our shit. We're still waiting for Oak Island to come out. That's supposed to drop this week. So like we're looking for shit to watch because I forced her to watch like all the horror movies that I wanted to watch in October that had dropped. Like we're gonna bang one out every weekend, at least one a weekend. So we did. But
I say you're still working your way through Invincible because you hadn't seen Invincible yet.
I just started it. So
yeah, so you got that. Have you watched Gen V yet?
No, that's on our list as well.
So you got Gen V.
Yep.
I can't. I would say if you run out of other stuff to watch, go ahead and watch Wheel of Time.
Okay.
It's not one who's like, oh my god, you have to watch this, but it's like, this is cool. This is fine. You know
what else I have that I started, and I actually paid for this because I don't know. The CW Swamp Thing season 1, where they only released one season.
Why'd you do that?
Because I heard it was a horror CW thing, and it was on sale on Vudu for like cheap as shit.
It's not on Disney Plus. It's not on Max.
I don't think so.
Weird. Okay.
But you want to shit on Xbox for a second? I know you like shitting on Xbox. You want to shit on Xbox?
I don't like shitting on Xbox. I just like responding when people try to tell me how great Xbox is and why it's better than PlayStation, and they're wrong.
Well, this might give you another reason. So this is coming from Kotaku.com's Ethan Gatch. Xbox is banning unauthorized controllers and accessories. Fighting game enthusiasts and others are furious about the new Xbox Series XS policy. Microsoft appears to be cracking down on third-party peripherals for its consoles. Players are reporting getting error messages when they try to use certain off-brand controllers on the Xbox Series X or S. With the accompanying text.
I get it.
Jesus
Words are hard.
Christ, it is. Telling them that their device is not authorized and will no longer be usable come mid-November. The major policy change is sparking a loud outcry from various gaming communities, including fighting game players who often use third-party fight sticks for high-level competitions. The upcoming change was first reported last week over at Windows Central. An Xbox One user reported getting an error code that I'm not going to read out because it's a bunch of numbers when trying to use her existing off-brand Xbox controller. A connected accessory is not authorized. The console warning read, using unauthorized accessories compromises your gaming experience. For this reason, the unauthorized accessory will be blocked from use on 11/12/23, so 6 days from now.
So they're blocking all of them or just certain ones?
It says they're cracking down on third-party peripherals, and it says using unauthorized accessories. So I don't know if they have off-brand accessories that are authorized to be used that have a deal or not.
Yeah, so the reason why I asked is because PlayStation does this to an extent too. It's not even it's not something that's exclusive to Xbox, but I'd say when it comes to shit like this, and because it's Xbox, you can do this. Just play it on PC. and use your off-brand Xbox controller there. They can't do it. They can't stop it on PC. So it's just like, if you're one of those people that like they need it for their the fighting game stuff and all that kind of thing.
Well, Brook Gaming, which specializes in fighting boards and steering wheel adapters, released a similar warning. Recently, we have received player feedback concerning these products when used on Xbox consoles after the latest OS version update on 10.16. During online gameplay, the company tweeted back on October 20th, "We deeply regret any inconvenience this may cause you. But you already bought our shit, so that's on you, pretty much."
Yeah.
As many players have pointed out, this new policy could be one way that Microsoft is attempting to crack down on manufacturers of XIM and Cronus Zen adapters, which help players modify their controller inputs to cheat in popular online shooters like Call of Duty Warzone 2 and Rainbow Six Siege. At the same time, the blanket ban will also mean lots of cheaper off-brand controllers and custom gaming accessories will no longer work on Xbox. And go figure, you might have to pay Xbox more money for their shit, which I'm sure is not the intended, but a nice ancillary effect of all of this. So,
yeah,
it is what it is.
Oh boy, like I said, PlayStation has done this to an extent already. It's not like completely outside the realm of possibility that Xbox would do this. It's just the problem is people don't like it when you let them do something and then you take it away. Mm-hmm. Had it been a thing where they weren't allowing it to begin with, nobody would give a shit. The problem is you were letting them do it for so long and then you take it away. That's the problem.
It's like when you do something and then your wife's like, "Hey, no sex for a month because you fucked up." Like, you've been doing it, you've been enjoying it, and now she's taking it away, and now it sucks, and now you're sad.
Yeah,
Nobody
exactly. It's not the sole reason why you're there, but it matters. It's
exactly 100%.
It's like who was it? Was it Tosh that said this? He was just like, the bathroom isn't the reason why I bought my house. I'd still be mad if you took it away.
Yep. You want to watch Godzilla or Echo trailers for Marvel?
Let's do Echo. I haven't seen that one yet.
All right.
It's one of those things I saw it came out. I'm like, I need to watch that, and then I didn't watch it.
All right. I do have it up right. And boom.
Maya. I see everything that you are.
Oh, you dick.
I always have.
I love Vincent D'Onofrio's Wilson Fisk so much.
Yeah. Well, I bet you figure out what she's saying now.
Like, that's kind of the dad I want to be.
You have so much pain in you. You. So much rage. That you kept contained.
I love what they're doing.
You and I are the same. So, who's the monster?
All episodes streaming. And I heard that this is going to be Disney Plus's first TVMA.
Yeah, I remember reading that too.
Show. So I'm stoked for that. Like, I enjoyed Echo in
Okay.
It was Hawkeye.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
She showed up. Yeah. I enjoyed echoing that. I love fucking Wilson Fisk. I love Vincent D'Onofrio's Wilson Fisk. I'm so glad that this version of Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk are still here and in it. So, dude, I'm down.
We gotta wait.
I'm more concerned about waiting another year plus for Blade than I am Daredevil. I can go back and watch Daredevil. Like that monologue that he does in the back of the fucking transport about the Good Samaritan.
Yeah.
Is one of my favorite MCU things ever, even though it's not technically MCU, it was Netflix MCU, but fucking love that. Like,
it's one of those weird things where it's like they were MCU and then they weren't, but then they still kind of were, but they weren't. It's just like,
Travis, I think it's time to talk about Patreon.
Okay, let's talk about Patreon.
I don't know if you guys know this, but we have a Patreon. Patreon.com/Creatia World, where for $1, and now that I have you here, I can ask you. So Vince is currently as I speak right now, getting the intro video for a new project that we're working on already. More than likely, if it's not ready within the next couple days, or it should be ready within the next couple days, which means we'll record the first episode, which would be a Patreon exclusive show that you and I have talked about. Is that going to be available in the $1 tier? Is that going to be okay? So right now, if you subscribe that $1 tier, you get two shows. You get Return to Wrestling with Travis and I. We talk old school WCW, starting from the very first Nitro all the way up to what our next episode dropping this month will be. So if you subscribe now, you will get that episode. And that's going to be Spring Stampede 1998. And Travis said this is his favorite portion of WCW. So now is a great time to get in. And for that dollar, you have everything that we've done. It's not just that new episode. You can go back and watch everything we've done and get all caught up. And you get Multiverse with Travis and Mara. Latest episode that you guys dropped was Batman's Long Halloween Part 2.
Correct.
Next episode is going to be
The Killing Joke.
The Killing Joke. So there you guys go. And you're going to get a third exclusive podcast for $1. $1, 3 podcasts that you can only get on our Patreon. We also have other tiers. If you go to patreon.com, you can check it out. Everything in that first tier is available as you give us more money and show us more support. So you're not losing those shows. You're still getting those. You just get more with more support, including not having to watch our shows ad-free, right, Travis? Or not having to watch our shows with ads. You can watch them ad-free. That's what I mean.
That's what you meant. Gotcha.
However, we have awesome sponsors that have great fucking promos for you that'll get you a bunch of cool shit. And through the magic of editing, Travis is going to do a quick wardrobe change and tell you all about that. So without further ado, once Travis pulls that Patreon thing off, here we go. In 3, 2, magic.
Spice things up in the bedroom. Then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Because you see, Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creatiaworld.com and use the offer code erotica at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creatiaworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description. Attention dog lovers. Are you looking for high quality products to spoil your furry friend? Then you need to check out dog.com. Because you see, dog.com is the go-to online store for all your dog-related needs. They offer a huge selection of dog food, treats, beds, and more. Plus, they have products for all types of dogs, from puppies to seniors and everything in between. And the best part, you can shop with confidence knowing that all their products are made with your dog's health and happiness in mind. Dog.com only stocks top-rated brands that you can trust, so you can rest easy knowing your dog is getting the best. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Dog.com is doing a big warehouse clearance sale. And all you have to do is go to dog.creationworld.com and you can get up to 80% off on all sorts of items like toys, treats, bones, harnesses, bowls, leashes, and anything else you can think of. So go to dog.creationworld.com and take advantage of this sale right now. Spoil your furry friend with the best products from dog.creationworld.com today. Link is in the description. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and unfocused throughout the day? Then it's time to try Dubby, the ultimate energy source. Dubby is a powerful, clean energy drink that is designed to help you stay alert and focused no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, an athlete, or especially a gamer, Dubby can give you the boost you need to take on the day or the night. It also contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. And the best part, Dubby is made with high-quality ingredients and is completely sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and is keto-friendly. So you can enjoy the energy boost without any of the crash, jitters, or angst that comes with traditional energy drinks. Simply mix Dubby with water and you'll have a delicious, refreshing energy drink that can help you power through your entire day. And with a variety of flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dragonade, you're sure to find one that you love. So go to dubby.creationworld.com and order your Dubby today. And for a limited time, use code Creatia at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's Creatia at dubby.creationworld.com for 10% off. Try Dubby today and feel the difference. The link is in the description.
You know what I love is having two title stories, so I can do one in the first half of the show and one in the second half of the show. And we started with Blade, but correct me if I'm wrong. In general, you're a little bit more of a DC guy, right?
It's kind of hard to say, but I think you're right.
Okay. Well, though I'm sure you prefer Blade to this character because Blade is probably one of your favorite comic book characters of all time. We got a little bit of Constantine news. Now, I love me some John Constantine. I love CW's John Constantine.
But I said CW's John Constantine made him very interesting. He's also really interesting in the animated movies too. If you haven't seen him in any of those, you should check him out.
I even like the Keanu Reeves, which we're getting a part 2 to. But so this is coming from comicbook.com's Nicole Drum. J.J. Abrams helmed DC projects scrapped by Max. So Abrams' Constantine series was reportedly well along in development when it got scrapped. Back in 2021, it was reported that a new live-action Constantine series was in the work for then HBO Max, now simply Max, from J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot Productions. But now that project is no more. According to Variety, the Constantine series has officially been scrapped by Max. According to their report, the series had been pretty far along in development with a lead actor in talks to take on the role, and 4 scripts had been written for the contemporary London set series. Abrams' Constantine series had been expected to be part of a larger Justice League Dark universe for Max. However, earlier this year, a long gestating Justice League Dark series was also scrapped, along with another Abrams project, Overlook, a spinoff of The Shining, which has me sad because that would have been cool. As for the specific reason why Constantine the series was canceled, that remains unclear, though most of DC's content now under the leadership of DC Studios co-CEOs Peter Safran and James Gunn, as well as Constantine 2, moving forward with Keanu Reeves returning to take the character. Both of those factors may have played a significant role. Speaking of which, the Constantine director recently offered an update on the sequel. Director Francis Lawrence recently offered an update on the long-awaited Constantine sequel, saying that the writer's strike held things up, but the studio has landed the film rights, so progress is being made. Constantine 2 got obviously held up by the writer's strike. Lawrence said in a new chat with GameSpot, we've had to jump through a bunch of hurdles to get control of the character again because other people had control of the Vertigo stuff. We have control. Keanu and Akiva Goldsman and I have been in meetings and have been hashing out what we think the story is going to be. There's more meetings of those that have to happen. The script has to be written, but we're really hoping that we get to do Constantine 2 and make it real rated R version.
Nice.
They said that one of the biggest things about the first one per Warner Brothers was rules to make PG-13 movies in terms of violence, blood, language, sexuality. But the ratings board gave us a hard R based on the gray zone of intensity. Lawrence told Collider, and my big regret was that we have an R-rated movie that's really a PG-13 movie. And if I was going to go and have an R, I would have really made it an R-rated movie. I would have made it much scarier, much more violent. I would have really made an R-rated movie. So if we're making an R-rated Constantine with now, I mean, obviously Matrix was PG-13, but John Wick is a hard R. We see what Keanu can do in the John Wick movies. You add in magic and sex and monsters, and I'm all for it. Give me hard R Constantine.
Give me that real deep dark magic shit that he was doing in CW, but like crank it up a notch to rated R. Hell yeah, I'm with it.
So, yeah, no, I'm excited for that. Bummed that J.J. Abrams series got bumped because that would a Justice League Dark series would have been interesting. You know,
yeah,
I could have
kind of knew once James Gunn took over and you saw how things were changing. That was definitely on the cutting room floor. It's one of those that's just
he was just scrapping shit. So, yeah. Speaking of dark demonic forces, Constantine's magic and the things he's done, like going to hell. One of my favorite games of 2023, Diablo 4, has announced its first expansion coming next year. So this is coming from Polygon's Ryan Gilliam. Diablo 4's
stuff
first
they were adding wasn't expansions; it was something else.
So they've been adding seasons, and in the seasons, there's cool. So like this season is a season of blood, right? Okay. So there are attributes that you can add to your character that make it kind of like a vampire. They reskin some stuff, and the seasons have an extended story, but it's not a full-on expansion. I actually have a video for what's coming in this expansion after I read the article here.
Okay.
Diablo 4's first expansion is already on the way, slated for late next year. Blizzard announced during its BlizzCon 2023 opening ceremony. The first paid content update for one of 2023's best games will take players into yet another region of Sanctuary. So they're extending the map out. The Torajan jungles from Diablo 2 and follow up on Mephisto teas at the end of Diablo 4's base campaign. In terms of features, Blizzard was relatively quiet about Vessel of Hatred. However, the game's developers did reveal that the expansion would come with a brand new class, one that's completely new to the Diablo universe. Blizzard will likely reveal more about the expansion in the Diablo 4 deep dive, which was Saturday. Although the expansion is still early, most big reveals will likely wait until sometime next year. And this was from Friday. I have not seen anything from a deep dive from Saturday yet.
Gotcha.
One of the most notable aspects of this Diablo expansion announcement is its timeline compared to the previous Diablo games. Diablo 3 launched in a rough state back in 2012, and it took Reaper of Souls expansion just shy of 2 years to be released in 2014. Blizzard is clearly taking a more aggressive approach with Diablo 4, a game that players have complaints about, to be sure, but which is far better state than Diablo 3 was 6 months into its life. I've got no complaints. I'm loving it. Let's see.
From what I understand, most people have no complaints. It's one of those things where the vocal minority is out there, making all that noise.
Let's check this expansion revealed at BlizzCon, the trailer.
Let's do that.
We have each played a part in what has happened here. You abdicated your choice to this child, and with every step she takes, I grow stronger. There will be no salvation in the light.
Okay. There will be no salvation in the light. Late 2024. Okay.
Yeah. So Mephisto is the father of Lilith, and it was a whole thing, and he was involved in the game. He's like this weird looking dog fucking thing. I'm very curious as to how that plays out. I also want to know more about this never before seen class that they're introducing, because I have now officially tried every class that's available in Diablo.
What classes are in the game?
You have a rogue, you have a necromancer, a druid, a barbarian, and a sorcerer.
He said you have a druid.
Yep.
You have a rogue.
But they changed throughout the game. So, like in Diablo 3, you had monks and you had witch doctors. As
I was just about to say, is there a monk class?
There has been in Diablo. The way they make the sound is there's something new. There's been paladins before. So I'm very.
I was
curious
about to go down the
drop.
list of D&D classes that you haven't had. So it's like monks you said you don't have in 4 yet. Paladins you don't have in 4 yet. You don't have clerics in 4 yet.
Cleric might be it. It might be because it said something they've never had in Diablo before. So I'm guessing,
so something you haven't had in Diablo. So they've never had clerics.
As far as I know, they've never had clerics.
Okay. What about artificers?
No, I don't think they've had artificers either.
Yeah, because that will make sense because artificers are relatively new to D&D, so at least the 5th edition.
I'm gonna keep my eye on it when they, if I find something where they talk a little bit more about it or they tell us what it's going to be.
Or bard. Can you imagine having a bard in
I would
Diablo?
not want to play as a bard at Diablo. No, I would not. Not even. No. I'm good.
Warlock?
We have had warlocks.
We have warlocks.
Yes, I believe we've had warlocks.
What about other kinds of wizards? Because necromancer is like a subclass of wizard. So
they've got sorcerers, which is the class now. I believe there's been warlocks.
What are we waiting for?
What are we waiting for?
What are we waiting for, Bridget? I don't know. You got to rewind and see.
But no, I'm down. I'm excited. Let's talk PlayStation. Bridget, actually, since she's here, she actually dropped this for us. This is coming from Game Informer. PlayStation Plus monthly games for November serve up Mafia, Dragon Ball, and Aliens. The PlayStation Plus Motley games for November, I believe they meant monthly, but they put Motley, have been revealed. Subscribers can add Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, Dragon Ball The Breakers, and Aliens Fireteam Elite to their libraries beginning November 7th, so tomorrow, until December 4th. The remaster of the 2010 crime game Mafia 2 Definitive Edition spruces up the adventures with improved HD visuals. It also includes all of its post-launch DLC. You can take a tour of the game in this episode of New Gameplay Today. There's a link in the Game Informer link there to go check that out. Dragon Ball The Breakers, this 7v1 multiplayer game pits a team of random normies plus Bulma and Oolong against a player controlling iconic Dragon Ball villains like Frieza, Cell, and Boo. The non-villains must work together to survive and escape stages in a time machine. The villain player's job is to hunt and destroy everyone else.
So Friday the 13th with DBZ villains.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Also, Predator was like that too.
The Evil Dead game, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, anything made by Ilphonic is pretty much like that.
Mm-hmm. I met those dudes when I was living in San Antonio. They're cool.
Yeah.
Gave me a signed copy of Friday the 13th. See if I can find it somewhere. Yeah.
You know, you and I never. Maybe we played it once together.
Friday the 13th? No, we never got to, because when we both first started playing it, the problem was when the servers were all fucked up. And it took us a long time to really be able to get into games anyway. And then afterwards, it was like we couldn't really line schedules up and shit. So we never got to play that together.
That's sad.
Yeah. But yeah, those PlayStation games, I'm just like, okay.
Well, Aliens Fireteam Elite, up to 4-player team up to battle hordes of xenomorphs in this cooperative class-based shooter. In our review, former editor Jason Gusavio gave it a 6.5 out of 10. As a reminder, you'll have until November 6th to add October's monthly games to your library. As another heads up for new subscribers and those getting ready to renew, the prices for each PlayStation Plus tier has increased starting in September. You can read a breakdown of the price changes on the website. So,
hence why when it came time to re-up, I was just like, nah, that's okay. Like, It's not worth it to me anymore. Because for one, the free games and stuff, I say that I'm like, oh yeah, we get all these games. I never play them, and
Just add them to your library. And then...
yeah, there's just so many in my library. Like, right, what am I gonna play? I'm gonna play the big stuff that comes out. That's what I'm gonna play, because I don't have time to play all this shit anymore. Then on top of that, I don't play games online. Like, at least not on PlayStation. I don't play anything online, so it's not even like it's really gonna matter there either. Like, so there's no purpose in me paying for PlayStation Plus, especially when the price went up.
The only thing, like Diablo, I think you have to be online for Diablo. So, like, but I'm playing it on my Xbox Series X. I'm not playing it on my PlayStation. So, yeah, I don't know. I might get into some Mortal Kombat. I did pick that up. I think I've got 2 more days before the current season of the Spectre ends on that, and we get some new season, new invasion mode, and new characters that I can go fight and do shit with. So
that's when you get Omni-Man.
No, Omni-Man, I think he's coming this month, but I think it's later this month. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully. That'd be cool, though. I'm going to definitely have to catch up. All right. So, this is coming from Entertainment Weekly's Clark Collis. It says, tremble before the first look at Titans from Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Now, this is a Apple TV Plus exclusive show. It premieres November 17th. The MonsterVerse show, Monarch Legacy of Monsters, is primarily set between the events of 2014's Godzilla, when the world first became aware of the giant titans, and 2019's Godzilla King of the Monsters, by which point the secret monster monitoring organization Monarch had become much less secretive. As executive producer Matt Fraction points out, the world of Godzilla King of Monsters is so profoundly different from the world of Godzilla 2014. Monarch goes from being the Men in Black to the helpers everyone looks for when that siren goes off. It's a cool place to tell a story. The show stars Anna Saiwa as Kate Randa, a survivor of Godzilla's attack on San Francisco, featured in the 2014 film. Ren Watabe, her half-brother Kentaro. The pair set out to learn more about their late father, a quest which sets them on a collision course with Monarch. And for those of you who are unaware, Monarch is they're kind of the ones that make Mechagodzilla and cause some problems, and they do some shit. But what is most important about this article, Travis, is we've got looks at some of the characters.
Let's take a look then.
Thanks. So we've got Mother Longlegs, which is going to be a giant spider. This is these are all
Longlegs.
Yeah, these are all Entertainment Weekly exclusives. Mantaclaw, which reminds me of a Pokemon cloth that was just dropped recently. I just love that they just Gigantamaxed a bunch of fucking animals, and they're like, yeah, monsters. Obviously Godzilla. Endoswarmer.
I can't even really see that well. Okay. I mean,
you see the eggs back there.
Yeah.
And, assuming it's some sort of bee.
Insect thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And so far, that is it. Let's see what it says here. It's the attack in San Francisco in 2014, but what changes is perspective. This was important to us in terms of storytelling. The movies have an internal perspective. You're inside Monarch with the teams, with the scientists, with the people that basically have all the answers. And a lot of times the camera will have that God's eye view of the monsters and the monster battles. We wanted to completely flip that perspective. These are ordinary people on the ground caught in the middle of it who aren't privy to all of this tactical information coming out about Monarch War Room. It's the same Godzilla, but you're not looking down on him from above. You're looking up at him from below. So they're giving you the people on the street perspective of what's going to happen when this shit breaks out and Godzilla comes and kills it.
That reminds me of, not exactly, but it was this show. I don't even think it lasted a full season, but it was like a show in this city where people they worked for this company that made things to help you survive when superheroes fight villains, because get into a whole thing. They like, they destroy the whole city. So they like make these devices to help protect you. And shit, it was a comedy. It was fun. Ron Funches was in it.
I love Ron Funches so much.
Yeah. Fuck, what was it called? Hold on. I'm just gonna have to look at Ron Funches' filmography and figure it out. But anyway, go ahead, keep going. But that's what it reminds me of. Mostly because it's just like the regular people in the middle of all this crazy shit.
The last thing I've got for us before we get out of here, this is from IGN.com. HBO reportedly used fake accounts to hit back at negative reviews on social media. Which, why the fuck not? Apparently, no one's told HBO programming boss Casey Bloys not to read the comments, which always makes me think of Wreck-It Ralph. Breaks the internet. If you're a TV critic, you still haven't watched Wreck-It Ralph, have you?
Have not. Powerless is the name of the show.
Damn it, Travis. If you're a TV critic and you've gotten negative responses to your reviews on X or Twitter, there's a chance that you might have been coming from HBO's top brass themselves. That's according to new revelations reported by Rolling Stone on Wednesday, mostly based on text unearthed as part of a wrongful termination lawsuit against the network. The text revealed that HBO programming chief Cassie Bloys is seemingly quite sensitive to criticism of HBO productions, orchestrating a secret army of fake accounts to troll critics. According to the report, Bloys and HBO programming, Kathleen McCaffrey, had at least 6 different exchanges about hitting back with burner accounts between June 2020 and April 2021. Going further, Rolling Stone verified the text messages' authenticity by reviewing the metadata and found that the language in some of the ex-Twitter responses in question matched up exactly with the language found in the text messages. One criticism that caught Bloys' ire per report was Rolling Stone's review by Alan Sepinwall of Joss Whedon's short-lived series The Nevers. IGN wasn't a huge fan of it either. McCaffrey then apparently texted staffer Sully Tamori, the one
Joss
who
Whedon's
filed the
been riding
lawsuit.
That Buffy train for a long time anyway, so whatever.
Yeah. Filed the lawsuit against HBO back in July about getting a secret operative to respond. Casey is looking for a tweeter. He's mad at Alan Sepinwall. McCaffrey texted Tamori, per the report, "Can our secret operative please tweet at Alan's review? Alan is always predictably safe and scared in his opinions. And then we have to delete this chain, right? Oh my God, I just got scared. LOL. The result, Rolling Stone reports, was a new ex-Twitter account under the name Kelly Shepard, who replied to Sepinwall's review with that exact language. That wasn't Shepard's last outing either. So, yeah, basically, there's a bunch of shit in here where they're like, hey, this person said this, and they'll have them go blah, blah, blah. But it's funny to me that top brass at HBO are just like, we're going to troll critics because how dare you say bad things about our product?
Never mind. Maybe we should just make better shit.
Yeah,
right?
That's so desperate. I agree. But whatever. It's sad. It is what it is. But hey, yeah, like make better shit. Like maybe take the criticism and do better. Or be like Kathleen Kennedy and just continue to put women, gay women, and make them lame in all of your shit. And then
and that's the problem. Like that's what they point out. Like y'all keep remaking shit, putting the woman in the problem. Like there's so many that they've done that with, and then it's just like, but it's not good.
Make it good. We'll be all right. All right, Travis. That's it for our show today. I want to thank you guys for watching us, and you guys can follow everything Creation World, Instagram, TikTok, and X at It's Creation World, ITSCREATIA World. Also, we talked about it. You guys watch us live on YouTube and over on Twitch, but you can watch us live at Facebook.com/Creation World as well. And that'll also kind of give you a little inside perspective on everything we do. We've got a couple groups over there. Hashtag Them Dragons is coming back next year at some point. So go get in on Facebook.com/group/Them Dragons. Talk Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, and anything dragon related. Travis loves dragons.
I do.
If you're a wrestling fan, we got a group, Facebook.com/group/SmackDown Raw. We talk pay-per-views. We talk news, rumors. I drop the latest episode of the show there when I remember. Sometimes
Did you enjoy Crown Jewel?
I did enjoy Crown Jewel. Me and Katie, we smashed it overall.
Okay, cool.
We decided when we do these pay-per-view reviews, because they're doing them on Saturdays, and now we're on Saturdays, so most of the time the show is after it. We're just going to smash or pass.
Right. You did have a show after that. Cool.
So yeah, we smash or pass the pay-per-view at the end of the show. So go check that out and see our thoughts on that as well, because that is available and out now as well. Swallowing Havoc 2 is available at all of those places. Travis, where can they find you?
You can find me on both Instagram and Twitter, and what's the Threads thing? That one
Threads.
at Lord_Cuss. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT.
You guys can follow me on X at Matt Ridders, at MATTRIDDER, or at Getting Off. Getting Off is for your horror content. Matt Ritter is for your wrestling content. If you want a little bit of everything, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok.
Oh, right. We are on Blue Sky now. Yeah, that too.
We are on Blue Sky. Yeah. Is at Smacking It Raw to keep it simple for you. And there you'll get your Getting Off content. You'll get your Smacking It Raw content and a little personal content from me as well.
That.
Blue Sky?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. For Lord Cussalot, Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka Sweet T, aka T Money, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. I am the patron saint of podcasting, Warden Matt Ritter, and this has been your #1 news source for all that nerdish on Pornhub.
Peace.